It's just the blues from all this destruction and killing. As one of your scribes, I've lost an objective mind. My soul feels like a sieve bleeding. This communique is attempting to say with comportment, henceforth, less emotional upheaval. Let's get it stopped, this destruction and killing. After all, it's still your call. But God, what of the children? So I remind you again, my dearest friend, lawlessness has gotten out of hand, and our children are the weakest. Oh, a question for you. If peace is here, why not back there? Or is it just a question of the media? It felt for a while like all the angels packed their bags, left the clouds empty and drab, gray like suspended boulders, taken the sunshine and left the world mostly dark. What love there was sank into a huge black sinkhole. For a while, the world knew it shared things in common. Emptiness, the back of heads, no warm smiles. Trees no longer stretch their boughs in welcome. The desert stayed cold, only a damp chill. There were awful, piercing screams ricocheting off walls like ping pong balls in every direction. No one paid attention. Depraved indifference, prolonged torture, an endless wake, death without funeral, inflamed hatreds, embittered souls. It felt for a while like all the angels packed and left me here alone. God, our conversations have become quite a bore. In fact, in your house, it's hard for me not to snore. All this redundancy, Sunday after Sunday, I hear the same old thing. You'd think by now there'd be more originality. So here's what I'd like to say, and at my age, I won't delay. It's about this thing you and others call death. Dying, Lord, is unacceptable to me. I think I should be exempt. Why? Why? Don't I rise each morning and listen to the birds that whistle and those that sing? Don't I bask in the warmth of your sun, turn up my face and dance in your rain? Don't I? Well, then, you can see why dying is unacceptable to me. I've sung in some of your mighty cathedrals, knelt on stones that carve into flesh, in coves that hide some of your finest shrines. But you see, you continue to create beauty and different colors, and I feel like I'm running out of time. So you see why, Lord, dying is unacceptable to me. Plasma television, vacuum cleaning robots with the ability to serve cocktails too, autos that run on H2O, men and women that will stand on Mars, and of course, the ever-present threat of bombs being shot from the moon. So much to hear, see, and do. So you see, Lord, dying isn't the last thing I want to do. Now, I know this isn't what you want to hear, because as Reverend Jerry Fearwell tells it, death would bring you and I near. But would you hold it against me if I said all that comes from his lips is suspect to my ear? Now you may ask, what's an acceptable time? I'd say when I run out of rhyme, or when I forget what love is, and if it's yellow and it causes me dread, and red is only death, and if it's green and I don't think of trees, well, then that's an acceptable time for me. Until then, my friend, dying is unacceptable to me. Now, I've said what I've said without regret, though I know you already knew it. And our conversations, although one-sided, I'm not sorry I had to put you through it. But here, I'd like to regress and mention the end of a major mess. You know, it's my endless old story of I'm without a woman blues. Well, you've got the golden touch. And I thank you a bunch, because she's like the sun, bright and fun, and a whole world of good news. And me, I give all the credit to you for being divine and taking your time and not listening to me about what it was I thought I needed. Instead, you gave me wonder indeed. And all the more reason to say, dying is unacceptable to me.